Testing, testing. All right. I want to start this video by saying none of this is legal advice, okay? If you got this notice, read it thoroughly. This is not a replacement for doing your due diligence. I'm just making you aware of these legal proceedings. All right, let's go. Hey there, Ride the Car Guy here. I wanted to get this video out to you as quickly as I could. Just this week, I got a notice of proposed settlement in the mail, and what this is a class action lawsuit against Nissan about the secondary timing chains. As I'm sure you're all aware, the secondary timing chain guides had an issue where they would wear prematurely, causing a loud whine, and I don't know if there was any failures, but you had basically your secondary timing chains rubbing directly onto the tensioner piston, and it sounded horrible. It sounded a little like this. Now, my particular case wasn't even that bad, but I went ahead and I did the job myself. Of course, if you want to watch that, it's on my channel. It is a feature-length video on how to replace that, but the idea is that we have a few lawsuits going on that I want you to be aware of because there is a settlement happening and you could be part of it. First of all, let's get the qualifications out of the way. I don't want you to waste time on this video if it doesn't apply to you. I'm going to go ahead and put, first of all, the vehicles on the screen that are affected or at least part of this class action lawsuit. And those are mostly going to be the VQ35 engines and, of course, the VQ40 engines that are in the Nissan Frontier, etc. Another qualification is the states in which you purchased or leased these vehicles. So again, I'll throw them on the screen, but it's only in specific states. It looks like there's only about 10 or so of them. So again, if you purchased or leased in those states, that's where these are going to take effect. And then the last qualification is the repair, future repair, or even past repair. So if this was repaired under Nissan warranty, obviously you're not going to get any compensation because Nissan paid for it, right? Secondly, if you repaired it after 120,000 miles on your car, you also don't qualify. So that definitely excludes me. I bought the Xterra with 130 some thousand miles on it, but if you did do the repair prior to reaching 120,000 miles, then you could receive some compensation. Even if you have to do it in the future, say you don't have 120,000 miles yet, but you're getting to the point where you need to do this job, you could also be part of this settlement. All right, so let's say that you qualify. Well, this is a notice of settlement, which means they're just trying to settle out of court. So what they're saying here is you have a few options. You can, of course, do nothing, but if you do nothing, you still are part of this lawsuit. If you bought one of those cars in one of those states, they're basically saying, hey, you're kind of giving up the right to sue Nissan in the future if you don't do something with this notice. You can also submit a claim form. So I'll put the claim form on the screen. This is what it looks like. Obviously, my information is redacted, but you need to fill this out if you feel that you are entitled to some compensation. Make sure you fill out this form and follow all the directions in the little direction booklet here. Make sure you're crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's, in case you do qualify for some compensation. You don't want issues with technicalities. You could also opt out of the settlement. Basically, you're saying, listen, I don't want to be part of this. I want to reserve my right to sue Nissan for the same issue in a separate lawsuit. That's of course fine. However, just you will literally be opting out of this entirely, and if there is a big settlement, you get nothing. And then you can also object to the settlement. That's fine too. There's rules outlining how to do that in the booklet as well. If you didn't receive this in the mail and you want to see it, I will go ahead and post it to my website, rtcg.tv, as basically a post. I'll just post every single page here, redact any personal information so you guys can read the entire notice that I received in the mail. You can just click the link below to get to that page. Sorry to my high mileage boys. There's no recourse here for us, but that's all right. I want to make sure that the word gets out and that anyone who does deserve some compensation for paying what I assume are utterly exorbitant fees to get this fixed by a shop get some help here. So sound off in the comments below, guys. Are you going to fill this out? Did you get this in the mail? I want to know how many people are actually receiving these, how many Xterra owners are receiving these. Of course, obviously Frontier and the like as well, but I'm curious to see how widespread this actually is. But that's it. Stay safe out there. Have an excellent weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one.